New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. So this is what I want to know, right? When all of those people, I have both men and women sitting up there trying to get on me. It's like, oh, this ain't artwork. This is what we talking about with black men not protecting us and the image of us and all this other stuff. And I had black women sitting up there pretty much uttering the same things and saying that, oh, you must really hate black women because you're okay with this artwork and all this other type of stuff. You know what? No problem, right? No problem. Everybody had all of that energy for Meek Mill's tour bus, right? Where is all of that energy now for what I see in front of my face? We got polls to the polls. Shake that ass to the voting booth, October 30th, 2021 at 1 p.m. through 4 p.m. Choice Gentlemen's Club. So where's all of that energy that people were giving me when I was talking about Meek Mill's bus? Where's all of that? And it further goes on, right? They say that it features live entertainment from professional strippers, music, and a party bus to shuttle folks to an early voting center to vote #yes on number 2 to create a Department of Public Safety. Right. And then they further continue by saying that we are a part of a, certain group plus another group who focuses on body and sex positive, right? Organization that is committed to holding spaces for and protecting folks inside these marginalized identities. And then they further continue with stating that with that, we are explicitly requesting that you respect those who hold these identities and practice radical consent when engaging with them. On top of that, to further add that, on top of that whole bus deal situation, right? You had the alabaster man who was outraged about this. Black women, is this what you really want? Is this what you call respect? Is this how you respect yourselves? You should be outraged. You should be this. You should be that. And you heard some people in the background, yeah, yeah, cheering in the background or whatever. But the loudest cheers came from social media when black people were pretty much agreeing with the same population who has already been hypersexualizing, right? Demonizing, right? And using black women since the inception of this country and since actually before, this country existed. It's funny to actually see a whole bunch of black people actually agree with the exact same folks who are already doing this, who had museums, who were hosting zoos and shows, right, to put women directly on the front and center so that their peers can basically look at black women, right, and view them as exotic and view them as sexual objects and a variety of things like that. It's amazing to actually see black people actually agree with the exact same people. Woo! Huh. And then get on me when I have my opinion, when I have a difference in opinion when it comes to this. And like I stated before, and I told you guys, my difference in opinion comes from the fact that I as a black man can't tell black women what to do, right? Black women have full-fledged control over what it is that they want to do with their bodies and their own images, right? And I've clearly stated this before in a multitude of things, but mind you, people still wanted to sit up here and blame Meek Mill for the reason that the whole bus situation fiasco, basically took place, right? And then I brought up the fact in a live stream, right, that is, clear cut for anybody who actually wanted to view it or who were a part of it during that time, that you had Nina Chanel Abney, who created the artwork for Meek Mill. That's a black woman, right? That's clear cut a black woman. No matter if you want to disagree, no matter how you want to sit up there and talk about whatever, it's a black woman. This is her art, along with the showings that she has also had, where she focuses on a lot of different aspects of human nature and the human body. And one main thing that I sat up there and told black women, I'm like, yo, y'all ain't gonna have the same smoke for her. For anybody who disagree with me, y'all ain't gonna have the same smoke for her. Because remember, it's somebody told me in the comment section that it's different if a black woman is putting this image and this portrayal of a black woman herself, of black women out there. It's completely different. But when somebody else is doing it, aka a black man, now it's viewed as something different. This is when the hypocrisy, right? This is when that double standard basically starts taking place. And this is what I've been talking about for the longest time. If you want to 100% protect the image of a black woman, then you got to be mad at everything. And you especially better sit up there and be mad when you start seeing black women do it. Because as I stated to black people before, the moment of time that negative imagery comes out and it's about black people, it's going to reflect negatively on us. Too many times, even still in the comments right now, I still got like, oh, this is not a reflection on, my family or my kids or my husband or my wife. All right, you can go say whatever you want to, but when you sit up there and go to other countries and you start meeting up with other people and they start telling you how they perceive you, how they perceive black people in America, go ahead and tell them that you're different. You really think that that's going to change their mind after they've been made to see you a certain type of way? No, it's not. It's not. Do you think that they're realistically going to care? No, they're not, because they already have their point of view of how it is that they already view you, that they already see you. But like I said, you can't really tell nobody nothing, because everybody wants to sit up there and say that they're a part of a group, but then they're individuals at the same time. Like I keep stating to people, name me the last time that you've literally seen Clark Kent and Superman in the exact same room at the exact same time. Y'all better start picking and choosing which line you want to be in. Do you want to be an individual? Fine, and stay individual elsewhere. If you want to be a part of a group or whatever, or what have you, you want to work together and you want to build something and all this, then fine, stay in that lane. Like I said before, black people, I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all doing, but like I said before, it's real amazing to literally see a great amount in the comment section have an issue with Meek Mill, aka a black man, right? But none of those people who had issues with Meek Mill did any further research to find out that it was a black woman that did that artwork, right? And I listed that in the live stream. And somebody in the comment section, one woman, she was like, oh, it's like, yeah, black woman did do the artwork, but it's like, yeah, we got the smoke for her too. No, you don't. Because like I said before, after people were, as I stated before, selective outrage, because I'm like, yeah, 5 months from now, nobody's going to be talking about Meek Mill's art bus. Black women aren't really going to be talking about Meek Mill's art bus. They're going to be talking about the next hottest thing, or whatever happened on some reality TV show, or the Kardashians, or this and that and all this other type of stuff. Nobody was going to stay on this. Like I stated before, nobody was going to stay on it, because it's not going to be hot in 5 to 6 months. It's not going to be a hot topic. There's going to be no reason to be outraged about it. But like I said, a lot of those people that were outraged at me, in my opinion about it, did not do further research and go into this black woman's website to find out the fact that she is the one that basically created it. Meek Mill basically asked her to do the artwork, commissioned her to do the artwork, which means that he paid her for the artwork, and she got free advertisement, which she did, because everybody was talking about it. So regardless of the ignorance of people not knowing that it was a black woman that did the artwork, the smart people went behind the scenes who are actually interested in the artwork, and they're more than likely buying up some of her stuff, which more than likely increased the value of her artwork due to the publicity of a black man, which everybody wanted to demonize. And since Meek Mill is smart in his marketing, he knows that black people love to hate him. He did what he had to do. He took that hit so that she could sit up there and get the money that she deserves, because at the end of the day, like I stated to people before, the same black women who wanted to get on Meek Mill, who wanted to talk about this artwork, are going to be the same black women who are not going to sit up there and support a black woman and the artwork that she does. It's going to be other groups of people. It's going to be other nationalities that are going to go to her, and that's going to commission her for artwork and hang that up in their house, hanging it up in their business. Commission her to sit up there and paint her artwork on the side of that building. It's not going to be black women that's going to do it. Let's just be honest. But yeah, this black women always sitting up here talking about, oh, it's a sisterhood. It's this, it's that. I love black women. Right? But those same black women aren't going to sit up there and commission her for any type of artwork. You're not. Like I said before, you're not. But yet, when I speak out on certain things and I have a difference in opinion, I end up becoming the real villain and the demon. But yet, y'all sitting up here agreeing with the real one and the true one at the end of the day. Ain't that something? Like I said before, I guess when it comes to a different type of skin tone, black people are more accepting of outrage and somebody disagreeing, right, with a certain type of imagery because I've done that before on this platform, and I didn't see a whole host of black women sitting up there saying like, "Yeah, you know what, Seiji, you know what, I agree. Black women should." No, I got the whole reverse. It was like, "Yo, why you sitting up here trying to tell black women, how to use their bodies and how to put their bodies out there? You have no right to sit up there and tell a black woman you don't own black women. Black women are not your property. Black women aren't this and black women aren't that." I'm like, wow. So me as a black man letting you know that, yo, I love you and I care. And it's like, yo, this imagery of you that's being put out even by other black women, it is, in a sense disrespectful because yeah, you guys have been hypersexualized and oversexualized. So it's like black women putting this imagery out there is not justifiable, nor is it okay because it's putting forth the exact same thing. It's great that they can have ownership over that, but realistically they don't, because whatever image they put out there on a music video, anybody can use that on a website for whatever reason, and there's nothing they can say or do about it. There's no cease and desist that's going to sit up there and help you get rid of whatever they decide to do with that imagery, on social media, on the internet. Like I said, a lot of people can perform like deep fakes of these images and different things like that. So like I said, it's not helpful at all. But like I said, at the end of the day, the black man is the main villain, and he will forever always be the main villain in this story. So I can't really be too surprised or shocked. It only further proves my point of what I stated in previous videos, where I would put a alabaster face right directly up there so that black people can get the message. And look what happened. An alabaster face showed up in outrage about an image about black women that looks negative, and black people directly agreed. But when I, as a black man who basically has been doing this for years, on this platform and talking about it, you know, I wasn't really too ready to agree with me. It was more so of a debate. All right, I digress. And and that's as far as I'm going to sit up there and go. I ain't going to go into the whole issue of different things being co-opted, right? And how you have black women not speaking out on certain things and whatnot or whatever. Like I said, I'm going to let y'all do you, because y'all got it. Y'all independent. Black man can't tell you what to do. A black man can't sit up there and warn you. Black man can't sit up there and say that he cares enough and tries to explain that in a multitude of ways. Because, like I said before, and I try to tell people, no matter how a black man decides to put anything on social media, he will always be demonized by his own first. Because it's already been introduced by way of the people who basically had us, right? So we're already doing the work pretty much for them. So like I said, a lot of the hate and whatnot or whatever that I get, that's fine. I'll be that demon. I'll be that villain that you need. But like I said, while you're focused on me, quote unquote, being this demon and this villain, you got other individuals that are out here that are coming directly for you. So you can't expect me to be on two fronts, to basically defend myself against my own people and to also go after those who are coming after you. You can't expect me to sit up there and split into two and to be able to play that type of game, because I can't. It's either I defend myself, against my own people, or I go after and try to go after those who are coming after you. But the end result is, and the saddest thing is, if I decide to go after the individuals, like let's say if it's the government, right, that's coming directly after black women, I have to then, my back is going to be open for an attack. And 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be them that I'm going after that's going to attack me. It's going to be my own people that's going to sit up there and stab me in the back. So, though that's the type of deal that I basically have to roll with. And that's the way that I basically see this story in a sense playing out. that realistically it's not going to be, in a sense, anybody of a different nationality, in a sense, bringing, me down or stopping what it is that I'm doing. It's going to pretty much be my own people. That's a sad thing, right? To even have to think about that. But looking at comments and looking at previous things that's taken place directly on my channel, it's inevitable. It's just a matter of time when, right? But like I said, black women, and to all of those who disagree with my opinion on the Meek Mill Bus situation, where is all of that mouth when it comes to this? And please do not try to justify and say, oh, it's different because black women are in control and doing it. Because if you pay very close attention, obviously they're not. If you listen to anything that I read, obviously they're not. It's just like the whole thing dealing with BLM, right? And how that seemed, one type of way when realistically it wasn't. It was something completely different. And they told you exactly what it was, but like they told people before, if you really want to hide something from black people, you hide it in a book. If you really want to hide something from people, you hide it in plain sight. And this is clear cut in plain sight. But like I said before, a lot of black women out here want to have selective outrage. But I digress. Maybe it's just me though. I'm SEIJIHITO. I got a hatred for black women. I don't love black women. I obviously don't love my mother and everything else that people always wanted to state. So maybe, you know what? Maybe it's my hatred, right? Because as some women stated on here, that obviously I must love, different types of ethnicities because I keep going in and talking about black women all the time, right? So whatever it is, whatever it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.